One of the key conventions within the tidyverse is the use of something that's called a pipe. And now this is René Magritte's famous painting that says "Ceci n'est pas un pipe," which roughly translated that says "this is not a pipe." It's a beautiful piece of art that provocatively says that this is not a pipe, while we are clearly looking at a painting of a pipe. The concept of a pipe was first developed by Stefan Milton Bach in a package called Magritter, but then is heavily used in the tidyverse ecosystem. So what exactly is this pipe? When we see the operator percent greater than percent, we need to say to ourselves, and then. See, the pipe allows us to apply a series of sequential functions to an object. So let's look at a toy example about how this works. So first we're going to wake up. What are we going to wake up? We're going to wake up self. Remember, this is a function, so it's got parentheses. And then we are going to put on, and what are we putting on? Clothes. And then eat breakfast. And then go where? To work. So you can see that when we replace this operator with the words and then, we start to have a series or a sequence of functions that we apply to our object. In this example, it applies to self. We can compare this with a nested type code, which is quite common in computer programming, where we would then go, eat, put on, wake up self, close, breakfast, to equals work. These two ways of writing code are absolutely equivalent. We will end up waking up ourselves, putting on clothes, eating breakfast, and going to work, regardless of the way. But you can see one of these is going to be much more readable, and this is one of the powers of the tidyverse programming environment. Now, here's a pop quiz. What does this line of code do? Well, let's go ahead and take a look. Wake up self, and then put on clothes, and then eat breakfast, and then FMK, and then go to work. Well, there's two things that we can notice here. The first thing is we don't need to know every single function in order to understand overall what is happening. So we can still see in this bottom example, we wake up self and we end up going to work. This is important because as you are learning data science, you will come across several functions that you don't recognize. And that's okay. You don't need to understand every single step right from the beginning. You can then understand generally what's going on here, and then go ahead and look up, what is this FMK function? We know it's a function because it has parentheses. In this case, FMK is the function for find my keys. Without this function, it'd be quite hard to go to work. What you can see is that we can sequentially move through all of the required steps between waking up and going to work. Additionally, if we are going to perform these series of steps multiple times, we can assign this to an object. We can assign it to, let's say, morning routine. So morning routine then is going to be a series of steps that we are going to do multiple times, thereby saving us some steps later on. So as you can see, the tidyverse is a series of packages that work together to allow you to more easily perform each of the steps of data science.